Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. You are watching Tarot with Kuka on this fine Thanksgiving Day holiday for those of us in the United States. I don't know where else in the world they celebrate Thanksgiving, but in a way, the way I also feel about Thanksgiving is this particular day should actually be something we do every day. Trying not to look at the negativity of the holiday where, again, people look at it as the imposition of, these illegal immigrants that came on to the United States, in which, it was in a small way the birth of our nation. However, the Native Americans, or as I like to also say, the indigenous people, helped the pilgrims survive. And this was a particular meal, where it was shared between the two. And like I say, you can look at this as a bad or a good thing. But in a way, what this has also taught me is to be welcoming to new opportunities and new friends. Welcome them into your lives. Share a meal. Also, this should also be a day that we continue on a daily basis with showing gratitude. I have gone through kind of like a lot of changes these past few months where, I'm a person who loves a routine, especially with being a diabetic. It's really important for a diabetic to be on a schedule, when they eat, when they snack, or even if they should be snacking. If you're on your meds, that's a different ballgame. Like I say, I am not on meds. I have been able to control my diabetes with diet and some exercise. I've done radical changes to my diet in which, I, for many years, have had it under control until I messed up dearly because I couldn't deal with changes and I was eating the wrong things, and it cost me dearly. So I have been getting back on track. I've been really good with my meals, and even I haven't been perfect, but when I have faltered, there are ways to continue without kind of saying, oh my God, I messed up, my blood sugar. You can always bring your sugar down naturally. And so, yes, I'm back to gaining control of myself. And so it's been difficult. Diabetes affects moods and emotions. And so I know I haven't exactly been the easiest person to put up with. And, like I say, we're trying, but gone through a lot of changes. And today, the weirdest thing was, I'm trying not to get choked up, is I literally woke up with joy in my heart, and I hadn't had that feeling in a long, long time. So I've missed my weekly guidance schedule. Like I say, there was just a lot of things happening, and it was just kind of hard to fit it in. And the dust has kind of settled, and it's just kind of weird. Like today, I literally woke up and just looked around, and I was just so at peace and so happy and full of gratitude. And I wanted to do this video as an expression of gratitude for those of you who have watched me from the beginning, those of you who are just joining, the gratitude and the love, that I do have for you all. And I know, like, when I do the little sign off, or every time I respond and comment with love, light, and blessings, just know that every time I say that, it's truly meant. And, and one of my things is, I think collectively, if us as humans, we start putting the love out into the universe, things will happen. And I kind of see little changes already happening, where, sharks, are positively responding to people. I'm not saying going up to them and eat, but, like there was a lady who rescued one shark, and it began with one shark. She took a hook out, and somehow every time she goes back to the same spot, and, another shark comes with a hook. And pretty soon she found herself surrounded with sharks who had hooks. So even amongst different species, they can detect and feel the love of energy. And, if that can be shared between species, why can't it be shared between humans? And, challenge yourself. If, there's no reason to hold hate against somebody who has a different opinion or belief system than you. I'm not saying you need to kind of, in order to get along with them, start believing what they do or what they say. But you know what? Have respect for one another and just have open and friendly dialogues, with the intention of not trying to change one another, but just come to a mutual understanding. Start with a mutual ground. Start with common ground that you both have, and things will roll. Okay, I'm rambling, and sorry about that, folks. So what I thought I would do today is I do have other tarot decks. A lot of my the other collection I have primarily is from this beautiful, beautiful soul. His name is Radleigh Valentine, and he first did a collaboration in which that was my first angel tarot deck was with Doreen Virtue. She is on a different journey now, so she no longer works with oracle cards, but like I say, I do send her love because in a small way, she was also responsible for bringing me back to God, with kind of like explaining everything I was going through at the time. So Radleigh Valentine did this collab, and so that's how I got into tarot cards, is through my first deck, the Angel Tarot. This is his newest deck. Let me briefly share it with you. I'll show you the guidebook. It's Angel Wisdom Tarot, and I thought this would be a beautiful deck to work with today because I get the feel of ancestors with this particular deck. And one thing I always have gratitude is towards my ancestors, the good and the bad, because you know what? It is what shaped me, both the good and the bad. Yes, my family, they had a history of slavery through the Native American, and it is registered. So, as far as, because like I have a lot of Native blood in me, but a lot of it is undocumented. However, this one is because my great-great-grandmother was a slave. And I'm not ashamed. I am so proud of her because through her, I gained a great-grandfather who survived abuse by the family that enslaved them. But at the same time, what he went through, he was a loving husband to my great-grandmother. And my great-grandmother bore 13 children. And she brought a lot of babies into the world. She was a healer herself. And I think I have a lot of connection with her. It's like every time I hear her name, it's just, I get goosebumps. So she was a very special lady. And then through her, my grandmother, a very strong woman, beautiful woman, who taught me my connection with the moon. And so again, honoring our ancestors is the good and the bad. It's who we are today. Embrace it, love it, learn from the bad so it doesn't repeat. Learn from the good and keep it going. Don't erase history because it makes you uncomfortable. Embrace it, learn, and grow, and then, take the good and the bad from it. So with that, let's turn our card to see what kind of message of gratitude we have from the Angel Wisdom Tarot. I love this new deck because it has a lot of meanings to it. All right, so this is a green, and as you can see up here, there's a little leaf. Let me bring this card up a little closer. So the leaf here indicates it's earth. And so we do have pentacles, and it's the, trying to get, I don't have much, the 8 of pentacles. And so as you can see here, there's family. What I see is kind of like family or partnership working together. And so the message on this card is, sorry, my hand's a little shaky, learning all you can about a subject or career, going back to school, taking a webinar, or finding a mentor. Attention to detail, skilled work that you love. Amazing. And this card kind of gives me goosebumps because I did a personal, I do personal reads for myself. I'm still human. I still have a little fear about things, especially when it comes to changes. Again, I'm also learning to embrace changes, and that's one thing that the universe has taught me because, Lordy, I have been through, and I think a lot of us have. We've gone through a lot of changes, not only this year, but, it's been an ongoing thing for me. So while this card resonates with about going back to school, learning a new trade, gaining a mentor, the thing that really kind of stands out with me on this card right now, and especially with the message for today, is working together. This couple very well could be business partners. They could be romantically involved. They could even be brother and sister. But there's a partnership. So this could be around family. This could be around, around you and your partner, your husband, your significant other, or business partner. But what I get from here is just working together. And that is one thing about the history of Thanksgiving is, there was a time where two different cultures worked together and, helped the survival of one. And I kind of wish, maybe it was reciprocated. I'd like to think, somehow there was, there had to been, I can't see everybody feeling that way about one another. I am sure there are some people who do not agree with maybe the treatment of natives and whatnot, and I'm sure not all natives felt very welcoming to the pilgrims. So there was both feelings being felt. But here, what I'm gaining is, collaboration, working together, peace and harmony, especially when it's about finding something you love. So, with that, I just kind of want to take a moment out to give gratitude to actually the first and foremost, which is God. God is the source of love. God is the source. The source is God. The universe is God. God is the universe. We're all connected. We're all connected to the source in one way or another. The degree of separation is based upon us, not from God. So, I would like to just take a few moments just to say, a huge thank you to God collectively, with all our hearts, taking that deep breath in and release. And just know that with every breath you take, you are breathing in the source. You are breathing in love. You are breathing in God. And God brings us life. God brings us love. God brings us peace. And so, huge thank you to the source, where that source is nothing but pure love. And thank you for sending it out to all of us. And thank you to everybody who is listening to this message and who is still with me upon my rambling. Huge thank you, and lots of love going out to you. Lots of light. May the light shine upon you, and may you reflect that light and be the beacon to others. That's all how we all connect, is we are all beacons. We're here for each other, and may the Lord send many blessings and feel worthy. May you feel worthy to receive those blessings, because God is full of abundance. God is full of love. God is full of blessings. It's time for us to be receptive and open to what God is giving. So with that, beautiful souls, I just want to send you love, light, and many, many blessings. Happy Thanksgiving, and may this day be represented every day with a day of gratitude and a day of thanks, a day of love. Take care.